forest.
In the middle of the forest.
Welcome to our set design class 101. We've flipped the camera, and now we're in the same room but a different font.
You see all of my books now.
In the Live, Love, Laugh, which personally I think should be Live, Laugh, Love, but whatever. Welcome to day 6. No, 7. Welcome to day 7.
43 days.
43 days left. So today we're going to be reading some spooky stories around the campfire. And it's just love poems, which is basically a spooky story in of itself.
They're from Diary of a Romantica by Celia Martinez, and it showed up today as
he ran. He saw a package at the door and ran to go get it.
The forest. This is actually a metaphor for society. We need to clean up our forests.
We do need to clean up our forests. Big shout out.
It's fine.
Set design 101. Take notes, everyone.
Take notes on what not to do. We're showing you exactly
what not to do. Anyway. Poetry. That we didn't write, so it's actually might be good this time.
So it's gonna be really good poetry.
Probably not as good as my penguin.
Your penguin one was really good.
We've each selected a poem from the book, and they happen to be right next to each other based on the art. And we chose sad ones.
My art, because I'm a little is this one, which is actually just really pretty. And then I'll let Audrey show the one that she chose
after this
reading. I don't even know you, but I felt you in my dreams, and something tells me that even now, as strangers, we're on the others' teams. People tell me I'm too much of a romantic, and honestly that's probably true, but how could a person not be romantic when in the end, they end up with you? I might not know you now, but I know I'll see you later, and that's because we worked on ourselves. Our love will be even greater.
And the painting perfectly conveys that.
I totally shanked it, but it's fine.
It was gorgeous reading. They should hire us for the book thing. The book thing. Those readings.
Those readings things, yeah.
So mine, I chose a sad looking one because I flipped the page and I go, oh, that's heartbreaking. So I wanted to read it. Our lives are composed of choices, some bigger than others to varying degrees. Some would say that love is the most important choice, finding one who makes you weak in the knees. But love has never been easy for me. Love has not been kind or caring. In fact, love has been pretty cruel and, at times, even overbearing. They say love comes when you least expect it, and I think love might have just lost my address. I'm a hopeful person, really I am, but love sometimes just feels like a mess. I know it'll be easy someday, when love gently holds my hand, when love stays by my side even when life doesn't go as planned. But for now I hold my own hand. I am my own best friend. I root for myself when things get tough, as I patiently wait for a godsend. I love rhyme schemes.
We love rhyme schemes.
And the personification?
Let's just do another shout out.
Another shout out.
Celia. We love you.
We love you so much.
She reads a couple of them on her Instagram and stuff. She just reads them really well, which makes me self-conscious how I read them. But
I read that like a monologue, how I would have inspired.
You read it really well. Yeah.
I was watching the Anne Frank recording that I received, and I say all my lines like that. Basically.
All of them?
Not all of them. Like, obviously when she's in peril, I don't. But, like, whenever I'm like, you know, in spite of everything, I still believe that people are good at heart. I just say it like a bad poetry reading.
Like, expecting people to snap after you're done speaking. So, this topic today is based on our poems that, well, not our poems, the poems that we just read.
Diary of a... I can't read cursive fonts, man.
Romantica.
Romantica.
If you haven't seen this, If you haven't seen, go buy it right now. It's on Amazon. I swear to you, it's a good purchase.
There's a volume 2, but it's not out yet.
Well,
In physical edition, and you always gotta get. I'm more of like a physical, collecting thing. Like I'd buy an album rather than stream it. You know what I mean?
You mean? Hold on. Oh, this one's a good one. Like this.
Do you just keep your records in the window?
That's because I have a record player right there. So.
Yes, I do mean exactly like that, and that is pretty sick. I was just surprised that it came out of that window.
No. Came out of my
secret collection. I have records of, well, the ones that my parents got me because they know me so well. Is the Encanto soundtrack.
Oh my goodness.
And Olivia Rodrigo Sour. Which, I'm gonna admit, I love that album. I am the target demographic.
For both of those, I think.
For both of them, yeah.
Yeah. When I think about both of those, I'm like, oh, Audrey.
Audrey would like that. And then I have other good stuff. Like, I have a few jazz albums. I have classical Chopin, my favorite. My babe, obviously.
Big shout out.
Big shout out Chopin. But I just think that it's funny that those are the ones that they got me.
Yeah.
Because they know me so well.
Which one did they get you first? Just out of curiosity.
I opened it at the same time. It was like a double order, you know.
I was really hoping that Encanto was the first one.
It probably was. They were probably scrolling and they're like, oh, Encanto's
Add to cart.
Add to cart. And you know what happens? I listened to that so much.
As you should.
Because it's so good.
Are we gonna get sued by the mouse?
If we add like 0.5 of a second, then they won't sue us.
Great.
Oh.
I think it's probably Disney's best soundtrack in a while.
I think so too.
Like,
the last one I remember thoroughly enjoying was Tangled.
really?
And I did go through a bit of a Frozen 2 phase.
Didn't we all though? But then you look back on it
And
and
it's
you're
like, that's not a good movie.
what is it? Because she's like, I can feel them calling to me, and it's like the 4 things, and she's the only person. What?
And like, she's
lizard,
the ice
wind.
spirit, but ice is water, and she rides the water spirit. Like, I don't understand.
I wish she
it.
froze the water spirit.
That'd be so, like a frost.
Yeah.
And then I would freak out over the frost animation.
But we didn't get that.
Nope.
We did get Who played whatever the act? Who's the voice of Elsa?
Idina Menzel.
Yeah.
The way I knew that so fast.
Well, come on. I didn't know it because I'm a bad person.
Yeah. She's also Elphaba in Wicked.
Really?
And Rachel's mom in Glee. And they sing Defying Gravity together.
In Glee? Oh.
But like they don't acknowledge the fact that she was Elphaba. She's like, no, that's just Rachel's mom.
Rachel's mom has got it going on. How she warms up her voice every day. And it's like, first off, I start with a cup of tea. And then
That's you.
Like, that is me. She's like, then I warm up. It's very important to take care of your voice. So then I have another cup of tea. Okay. Well, I guess if you're that good, makes sense.
Didn't she shred her vocal cords though?
Probably.
Probably. I remember watching a live performance of, I think it was Let It Go. And like, she sang it and it was like, whoa.
We're riffing in places we didn't know we should riff. If I could sing like that,
then I would.
I would every day.
Mm-hmm. If I could sing like Idina Menzel, I wouldn't because her vocal cords are shredded. But like, if I could in a healthy way, oh, sign me up.
I feel bad for her.
I do too.
Although, I will say the best voice is David Attenborough, and you can never tell me I'm wrong. Blue Planet, every Earth documentary ever.
Oh, narrator
Yeah,
voice.
he's the British guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a singer.
No, that's why
ever-
you kind of confused me for a minute there.
Like, singers,
David.
David.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't know names of British people.
There's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
some common British names. Tom. And that's all I can
That's
think
all
of
we got.
right now.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the British people out there. who
Shout out
are
to the British
named
people.
Tom.
Shout out to everyone except for the guy who's marrying Zendaya.
Yeah.
Because, come on, man.
We wanted that.
We wanted that. But,
Respect to you, though.
yeah, honestly,
Are they
like,
actually getting married?
I think they are.
That's adorable.
I know. It's actually cute.
But
Zendaya. Shout out to Zendaya and the Tom British guy.
Tom
We're happy on your engagement.
Harvey? Tom Harrison. No, Harrison Ford. Have you been watching Shrinking?
No. What is it?
It's written by the same people who wrote Ted Lasso.
Good.
Big shout out.
Big shout out.
It's a little bit more sexual oriented, but it's really funny. I just watched one of the new episodes today, and the dad's a therapist, and his wife just died, and he's struggling with that, as is his daughter. It's really wholesome. There's also some really funny lines in it that I'm not gonna try to remember because I just butcher it. Would recommend.
When you said it's a bit more sexual, I was thinking of Ted Lasso, and I was like, no,
No.
please.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, whatever.
In the ways that it counts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. There's a new Indiana Jones movie too.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't
There's
he kind of old
another
for
one.
that?
Hey, come on now.
Come on now.
Yes.
Hear me out.
He is.
Is he gonna be doing those stunts?
Absolutely not.
Stunt doubles. I saw this video of this stunt double getting. It was behind the scenes for the Hunger Games, and it was the stunt double getting pushed down the stairs and just lying limply at the bottom, and then like Katniss just came down with like a bow, but they CGI in the arrow, so she was just like running down. She jumped over and she was like, and I was just like, I love movies.
Perfect movie magic.
Movie magic.
It's very impressive when actors can act super serious. Like, for Avatar: Way of Water, have you watched this?
Not yet, no.
The CGI for it is really good and it won a couple of awards for it.
Mm-hmm.
But watching the actors do it without all the... Because they have, like, white dots all over their face and the cameras everywhere, and they're, like, talking to each other in these, like, super serious moments. And you're like, how are you doing this right now?
They, for The Last of Us, they used motion capture for the game. And
Really?
Pedro Pascal was in like motion captured. No, for the original game they used it, and there's one scene where she's like you have no idea what loss is, and then she's like pushes him, and they're just covered in skin tight gray bodysuits with motion captures and white dots on the face, and they're just yelling at each other like, you have no idea what loss is, and I'm just like,
this is a lot of emotion right now.
it's a lot, and you guys are in skin tight gray suits.
Like skin tight? Oh.
No, not in a sexy way, unfortunately. I don't think the Last of Us characters.
I want to see Pedro Pascal. Very skin tight.
I want to see him motion captured.
I'm sorry, guys.
I apologize.
We are sorry.
Deeply, but not really. This is going to go on for another 43 days.
Yep.
Anyways.
And for those who stick around, welcome.
I'll get a big bag of Hershey's Kisses, and whoever can say that they stuck through this podcast for the entire time, they'll get a kiss from me.
Isn't that worth it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that worth it?
Just one, though.
Just
Because those
just
chocolates
one.
are expensive as hell.
Holy crap. Inflation.
Whatever, anything for our viewers.
I was about to reference the price of eggs and then realized that's really boring. It's like, man, eggs have gone up to like $8 now.
No, they're so bad. Oh, and now we're following
And
this
now we're
conversation
following
topic.
this problem.
I was at the grocery store, and I was hungry at the grocery store,
Yeah.
which you know is number one thing not to do.
No.
And, milk?
Milk?
It's like $7.
It's wild.
And then I got ice cream sandwiches, and everything was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the price, though, because happiness has no price.
Ting.
Ding. I hope that you guys are taking avid notes.
In fact, on day 50, we're gonna test every single person who stuck around before giving them the kiss.
Mm-hmm. And if you get 100%, I'll give you 2 kisses.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe that?
Can you believe that?
Can you imagine?
I mean, can you imagine?
I actually forget everything that we say,
Yeah, me too.
and then I'm looking back as I edit, and I'm like, oh, that was an interesting choice. In my self-defense class,
Should we
trademark,
Should we talk about your self-defense class?
we could. I learned how to break a chokehold,
Mm-hmm.
and it's super funny, cause like you have to, for one from the front, not like a arm chokehold, like a hand thing if the guy's just angry. For this one from the front, you have to just go like this, and then go like, you know what I mean? You have to cheerleader it, and then from the back you just go ah. And I don't think it'd work in a real life scenario.
What do you? Do you like grab him?
So you like Lego hand it,
You Lego hand it.
and then you go, and then you take it from the back, and you just go that, and then you sidestep vertically. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'd actually work in real life, because if someone were to choke me in real life, I would just be like, oh shit,
I'm getting choked.
I'm getting. That's all I got. Uh-oh. Big thumbs down on that one.
When I was really little, I took a karate class, and all I remember from that karate class is standing face to face with another child. This was when we were like white belts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, because I never got past that.
Mm-hmm.
And we just stood there, and like, you know the divot right in your collarbone?
Yeah.
We just held our thumbs there and pushed until the other one either gave up or class ended. So we stood there for a good 20 minutes, just like,
We should have a podcast like that.
just like this. We can sound like smokers. Just
Oh,
kidding.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been punched in this solar plexus area before.
How was that?
It's pretty great.
Like actually punched or like?
Like just like a palm. Like
Oh.
yeah. Family reunions with the cousins go crazy.
Which cousin was like, Audrey, come here, and then they spun around and just like.
Well, okay, we do every year. We do play fights, and they turn from play fights into real fights, and that's my favorite part.
Sounds horrifying.
Yeah, it is. We make weapons out of paper.
Mm.
Like, I know how to make origami claws,
Yeah.
so that's always my go-to. And then my cousin takes a box and he makes like a knife, and then he just. But it's not anything blunt. It's just cardboard and paper, so it doesn't hurt.
So it doesn't do anything.
Until those break.
And
And
then
it's just hand-to-hand combat.
I really want a video of this, but like action. It's like the claws, and then the claws start falling off, and the sword bends, and then it's like, and you guys just charge at each other.
We actually did record it one time. The video is gone because we saw it and we were like, this is not as cool as we thought it was.
They don't look as cool.
I mean, it feels crazy intense. It's like once a year thing. Whenever any of us fly together and get into a space that could be used as a battleground.
Yeah.
AKA anywhere without any sharp corners. And other than that.
Or if you do have sharp corners, just stay away from it.
Oh,
or
yeah.
smash their head into it. Sure, yeah.
Lightly.
Lightly smash the head?
Yes, for legal purposes, I've never smashed anyone's head into a corner. That's inhumane, and also I would not want to know. Anyways, this is why we choose rooms.
Yeah.
Without corners in it.
Or you just put padding on the corners.
Boom.
So you can really smash the head into
It's
it.
usually not like full-on fist fights. Sometimes we get boxing gloves. And pillows. I'm more of a pillow kind of guy. I like take two, and I'm like...
Well, pillows seem more offensive, to be honest. Like,
They
you
are.
punch someone and you're like, what the heck, dude? But you smack somebody with a pillow?
That's a war.
It's like, oh, you didn't do that.
Mm-mm.
Or the dangerous weapon is when you have a water pillow.
Water pillow?
Yeah. It's like a water bed, but it's a pillow filled with water.
Wow. I want one. I don't think I'd be able to lift that, though. Water's really
You go
good.
like, it's like a tank because it's so slow. But if you get hit by that thing, you're down for the count.
Oh, you're gone.
Well, like, or you could go with a light, like, nimble pillow where it's like just a fluffy little one and you're like just
I like to like,
suffocating.
you know,
Ninja Star pillows.
you know how pillows are always like in the movies at girls' sleepovers. They're like, pillow fight. But in reality, pillow fights are the most devastating thing to ever happen. Like, you get hit by one, you hear your brain hit your skull, you know? Or I'm just at really weird pillow fights.
I think you're just at really weird pillow fights. How often do you have pillow fights?
Once a year.
Is it just that once a year?
It's just that once a year.
Maybe girl sleepovers are just like, and your cousins are just like, Maybe they have water pillows and they're just hiding them from you.
They won't let me have the water pillows because they know if I get one.
You're too powerful.
I'm too powerful. Ow. Girl sleepovers, though, like elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
What were the differences? Did you guys have like like boy sleepovers where it's just you and the boys?
I'm gonna be honest, not really.
Mm.
I would go over to, I think, 2 friends' houses, and then we'd play video games real late. It was like 3 a.m, and then our parents would come down and be like, shut up and go to bed. We'd be like, okay. And then we'd play for another 2 hours.
Nice.
Anything
That's how
like
mine
the girls?
go nowadays. But like back then,
But like back then?
witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
I remember, okay, when we started it off with a very innocent Nerf battle fight.
Of course.
Of course. And okay, these were like, weirdly enough, these were the popular girls. I say that in quotes because elementary school, that does not exist.
No.
But it was a birthday party, and we started out with an innocent game of Nerf guns, which I immediately failed at because I have no aim. And then we played a game where we had to like smack this board game and then it threw whipped cream at your face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one. So super innocent. And then they brought out the face masks.
Uh-oh.
This green guacamole covered like concoction. Yeah. And then they all did it and I watched. But they looked creepy. So, and then around the end of the sleepover, we went to bed promptly at 10 p.m. because these girls were like good, you know, they were chilling. And I was tired too because from all those wars or whatever.
10 p.m.?
10 p.m.
So like when you normally go to bed?
Yep. Yeah. And they put 5 of us onto a queen size bed. And when I woke up, I had pushed everyone off in my sleep.
You know, sometimes you just need your space.
I need my space. And there's 5 of us on this one. I'm not gonna.
Did you guys like 1, 2, 3, and then like the unlucky one slept by the feet?
I think it was like.
Or was it just crisscross?
So we laid along the short side of the bed so that more people could fit. And then by the end, they were just all on the floor because of me.
Because you were just a powerhouse.
I may have lost that Nerf battle war, but I won the sleepover.
Won that pillow war.
Yeah.
Maybe you just like in your sleep just stood up with a pillow and just started like wailing on one.
I filled one up with water and I just started like smacking.
They weren't off the bed, they were just dead and you were just covering for it. Like, I don't know where they went. I was
asleep. It was only when I was washing the blood off my hands I even knew they were dead. Chicago reference.
We love Chicago.
Yeah, sleepovers were fun.
I don't really have sleepovers anymore.
Me neither.
I think I just stay out too late.
And then I get home and I'm like, I'm tired of everyone.
It's like 1 a.m. I'm like, why am I out in my car right now?
Instead of in my bed with warming up my vocals with tea.
Maybe reading a book and then singing songs of joy.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, by the time 1 a.m. hits, I honestly, they're not joyous songs.
No, they're like mournful.
Sorrowful even.
Sorrowful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a point in like, for me, it's like 3:30, 3:45 because I've tested it, where it's like, well now I'm awake because I have too much energy from being not asleep, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's like your back.
Is that a normal thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your second wind, I think.
Second wind?
Yeah, where it's just like your first wind, which I never really get my first wind.
No.
Anyone who sees me in the hallways at school knows that, because I'm like
Don't talk to me, please.
But a second wind comes late at night and it gives you creative powers.
Like rearranging your room.
Like rearranging your room. Or like painting, even though you've never painted before.
Yeah. Powerful stuff.
Powerful stuff.